Do you need a friend to walk with you as you travel on your way? Then you need to know my Savior. Let him be your friend today.
Good morning. The title of our lesson this morning is The Last Reset. Our text is found in Revelation 21:5. Behold, I make all things new. We're going to begin with a definition of reset that has three parts. It means to move something back to an original place or position, to put a broken bone back in the correct position for healing, and to change something to a different position, as when you reset the hands on your watch. Number two, let's look at the Great Reset. There's a worldwide movement afoot that's called the Great Reset Initiative. Behind the movement is the World Economic Forum, which claims to be committed to improving the state of the world by resetting things. The reset definition that applies here, of course, would be to change something to a different position. The WEF especially seeks to reset the world economics and the approach to climate change. The Great Reset takes advantage of the world's spiraling inflation, the droughts, pandemics, and social unrest. The goal? Reset to a new world order, masterminded by the German Klaus Schwab. Now, thirdly, we'll look at the Great Reset foretold. Jesus saw it coming, and he would call it more or less the Great Deception. He describes a time of worldwide troubles. Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. That's in Luke 21, verses 10 and 11. He also describes signs in the sky and distress on earth, Luke 21:25. Then he says, there are those who will take advantage of the chaos by claiming to have all the answers. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they deceive the very elect. Matthew 24:24. And one man rises up who is behind it all, and who claims he's got just what the world needs if it will only follow him. This man is identified in the Bible as Antichrist, one who sets himself up against Christ, and one who puts himself on the same level with Christ. We see this power-hungry deceiver at work in our world today. Jesus warns that Antichrist and his minions will produce great signs and wonders to deceive the nations and exalt themselves. You know, that was Satan's plan from the very beginning, wasn't it? As Isaiah records it in chapter 14, verse 13, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will be like the Most High. And his kingdom? According to Revelation 17:5, it is called the Mystery Babylon. This is a reference to ancient Babylon when another worldwide reset was attempted. Now, Antichrist preys on a world troubled with war and famines and pestilence and earthquakes, as described by Jesus in Matthew 24:7. He offers the Great Reset to put things right. The architects of the new order have no trouble selling it to a greedy and materialistic world. For nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy. So the nations and all of the economic and political powers throw in with this idea of the new Babylon. That's in Revelation 18:3. Now, fourthly, let's look at the fall of the great deception. Before all is lost, God will intervene. Jesus said, for the sake of the elect, those days will be shortened. The world order resulting from the attempt at a great reset shall be brought down. We read in Revelation 18 that an angel cries in a strong, great voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, is fallen. Then those who grew wealthy in the great reset will be heard crying, Alas, alas, for the great city where all who had ships at sea grew rich by her wealth. In a single hour she has been laid waste. Then in the blink of an eye, it's over. Now, fifthly, we look at the final reset. Then cometh the end. We read in 1 Corinthians 15:4, Then cometh the end, when he, that is Christ, shall have delivered up the kingdom to God, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and authority and power. At that time, the people of God are caught up with Jesus in the air, and the old creation is purged with fire. The true and final reset is seen by Peter in 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 13. According to his promise, we are waiting for new heavens and a new earth in which dwelleth righteousness. Peter calls this a time of restitution in Acts 3:21. And there it is. Restitution here is from a Greek word meaning to be reset, as when a bone is set back in place in order for healing to take place. Literally, Peter is referring to the reset of a perfect creation before the fall. A broken world is reset. The broken heavens are reset. Broken humanity is reset. God restores creation back to that perfect order of the first creation without the possibility of sin ever entering into it again. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for behold, the first heaven and earth were passed away. God's beautiful creation is reset to its original state where there's no death, no sorrow, no crying or pain. Now let me ask in conclusion, are you among those of whom Peter writes that are waiting for and desiring the coming day of God? Are you among those who are waiting for the new heaven and the new earth? Then if you are, you can say with John in the last prayer of the Bible, Even so, come, Lord Jesus.
Do you believe?